Hey guys, good morning, and today we're going to do another day in the life. You guys are almost up to real time actually from when I was editing and getting things uploaded. So this is, I think, actually almost going to be, I think this might be uploaded tomorrow. Anyways, we'll see how quickly I get it edited. But welcome to the vlog today. So it's the beginning of another week. We are on around, I tried posting in the Being Mommy with Style group, like in figuring out the days of how long we've done quarantine and what week of school it is. I think it's week 8 of quarantine-ish and week 5 of blended learning. So that's my guess anyways. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. So our morning is started at this point. We've already had breakfast and been trying to get some things uploaded. It's Star Wars Day today. May the 4th be with you. So I've been trying to get some posts uploaded and things done for that, but I'm gonna switch gears here. Planning on trying to work in my office this week. It's not gonna be a just today thing. I'm gonna get it started today. But I got this little rolling rack yesterday from Target. I did Target pickup and I went and picked it up. So I'll share it with you. And a plan formed. I love when a plan comes together. So I picked it up and I was wanting it for my office and I wanted something that rolls. But actually it fits in this closet perfectly if I clean out this closet. And there's actually a lot of things in this closet that could go elsewhere in the house. Like I have a whole box of like DVDs and stuff that obviously are not doing anything for me in the office closet. So I can move them either to the DVD area or just donate them if we're not going to use them, because obviously streaming and all that. But I do have like all my sets of Gilmore Girls DVDs and Sex and the City, and I'm trying to think what else might be in there. All the Harry Potter ones are out, obviously, because we've been doing movie parties. But all my sets I'll probably keep. But I can go through those today, get those out of the closet, and start just trying to shift space. And then this rolling cart should actually fit in there perfectly. And then I can roll it out when I want to use the craft stuff and then roll it back in. So I was like, this is great. This should work. So here is the cart. I got it at Target. You can see it's got the rolling wheels in the bottom. It is really super sturdy and it rolls really easily, which is great. And so I wanted something that I could store different things. Like you can see, I've already kind of test fit some things on there. Paper fits on the bottom. Paper holders do not fit. So it just basically fits like 8 by 12 paper perfectly, or like letter A, whatever it is, 5 paper perfectly. But I have like paper file holders and they actually are too big. But my laminator, this is the Purple Cows laminator from Amazon that I've had for years and years, fits on there. So I'm going to try to work out organizing that. And then I want to just do some odds and ends of supplies. I have these little galvanized cups that I've had for years. I got these at IKEA when we still lived in Michigan. So I'm going to organize some things in there. I've also got our extra print cartridges, which, you know, need stowed away. And I've got some baskets that fit on here as well. So this is what I'm planning on putting on here, just kind of easy access items. I've got a basket of things there that some of it's going to go in here, some of it's going to go in the closet. So then the idea is that, see, that's the big box of DVDs down there. Then there's just random odds and ends that if I reorganize this and get out the things that I don't need to keep, and then move the things over onto this shelving that I do need to keep, that cart actually fits perfectly to roll in right there. So I think that this should work out really well. There's a lot of things in here that I can clear out or just make more usable, and I think this cart was the perfect solution for that. It's kind of like what I did with the pantry as well. So this will most definitely be the before for this closet, and then we'll be working this week. I'm going to tackle this over multiple days because I've got some calls and things I have to do this afternoon. So I know I'm probably not going to get it done all in one day, but this is kind of my plan for this week. You can see that just rolls right along like that. It's really easy to steer, and then once this is all cleared out, I can just roll it straight in. So this needed to be organized because honestly, when I moved in here, I just started kind of piling stuff in just to get it out of, you know, the boxes, and I never really kind of put any care into how the stuff was put in here. So this has been a project that's been needing to be done for quite some time. This is what the box looked like. It's just waiting to go out to the trash because we can just set our trash out at the curb. But it's the 3-tier rolling cart made by design. And so far, I think it should work for what I need it for. And to kind of give you some perspective here, I'll try to kind of scoot the camera back a little bit. So this is another, so I'm going to fit all this extra printer paper in here and this little basket of craft supplies. We'll organize down in there, and I've got a whole bunch of different containers and things. I can organize the craft supplies already in there. You can see it's actually about the same height as my desk, just for like height reference. So it's actually a pretty decent height, where there's next to the doorknob. So it's a pretty good height. I've also got to work a little bit and get all my Scentsy thank yous sent out. So I've got a number of different scents here. Some of my favorites that I'm going to be sending out. Some of these were in my favorites videos: Southern Sweet Tea, Blue Grotto, Prickly Pear, and Agave. Let's see. Oh, there's another Blue Grotto. So anyhow, Camu. I use that one in my house a lot. So I'm going to be sending these out. I mean, they're all really good, but those are some of my favorites out of them. I really like the pink cotton as well, and it's a really pretty pink color. So I'm going to be sending some of those out. And we are just planning on having another low-key week here around the house. So I will fill you in videos later on in the week because he's kind of in the planning stages right now. But my husband's actually, hopefully, planning on making a outdoor playhouse for the girls out of, you know, different wood supplies and things like that from our local supply store, like, you know, Lowe's, Home Depot-y type of place. So he has been working on the plans and kind of changing them and kind of narrowing down the materials that he needs to get. So he's going to get all the materials and then start putting it together. So when he starts working on that, I'll kind of share clips here and there in the vlogs and then share the final product. The kids are excited to have their own kind of little play nook outside, and it should be a fun area for them to be able to spend some time and make their own clubhouse out there, and a fun project for him as well because he really enjoys woodworking. So I'll share that along this week. That's what else is going on. It is also my birthday week, so we'll be kind of vlogging along, but obviously it's going to be pretty low-key because we're not going to be going out and doing anything. My birthday is tomorrow and turning 37, so we're just going to do cake here, and that's pretty much that. I have ordered myself plenty of birthday presents, so that's covered. And yeah, we're just, you know, going to have a low-key day around the house. So it won't really be that much different than, you know, if we were working right now, like we'd be going to work and just coming home and just having cake at home. So it's really not that much different than what we would be doing normally during the middle of the week. We just can't really go out on the weekend anywhere and go celebrate. But because my birthday is Cinco de Mayo, I really love Mexican food. It's like my favorite type of food. Like I could eat tacos every single day. I absolutely love tacos and burritos and nachos. In fact, I've been having nachos a lot for lunch lately. But one of the things we're gonna do, there's a local takeout place around here called Taco Mama, and they have like a party pack thing. So that is one of the things we're gonna do for my birthday, is go get one of those party packs and, you know, just bring it home. And I think it's like a taco bar thing, and that's what we're planning on doing for dinner tomorrow. So I'm psyched about that and super excited. You know, I was really looking forward to my birthday being on Taco Tuesday this year, but that's okay. We will celebrate with tacos from home and still have a good time. Penguin's apparently fallen over in the middle of the floor here. So one of the things in aforementioned birthday gifts ordering to myself, goodness, is I did get a few decor items on Etsy, and I'm going to be doing a couple different decor things. One with bees, one with beachy items. So that's what I've been looking for, and I'll share all that when it gets here. But I've been trying to shop my own house for decor, so I changed up this tray this weekend. And I already had the little bird and the topiary and all of these things obviously all around the house. I did drive past Home Goods while we were out running errands this weekend, and our Home Goods is not open here yet, so we will not be getting anything from Home Goods until they're back open, and I don't know what their plan is for opening. So we are, you know, just making do with what we got going on around here. This is definitely one of those, it's got to get worse before it can get better situations, because I've got to pull everything out to start organizing. So that means I've got to pull everything out of the closet. So this box was down at the bottom here. I'm going to dust the floor off and everything, although it was pretty well covered, so it's not too bad. But this was down in the bottom, so you can see I had heavy books and things sitting on it, like crushing the top of it. But this has all of my Gilmore Girls and Sex and the City DVDs, which I don't watch a ton anymore just simply because of time constraints, but I can move these into our DVD stand because we have, or not DVD stand, but our TV stand, because we have plenty of rooms to house DVDs. So if I do want to watch these, not on streaming, I have the option. And then that gets that whole box for the most part out of there. All that's left is some pictures. And I will kind of revamp picture storage because there's a couple different bins in here that have pictures in them. So it's already starting to open up a lot because these have some organizers that will go to my other closet, our main closet. There's this big bin that honestly just has extra reusable bags in it, which I already have another area of the house that I use for those. So I just need to consolidate those into that area. So it's opening up quite quickly. And then you can already kind of see I need to clear a little space up at the top, but this will just slide right in there like that. So it's a perfect fit. So I'm almost done pulling out everything to start figuring out what's going to go back in. I'd say one big challenge that I had moving into this closet configuration is this closet's a lot more kind of closed off. If you guys remember the office in my last house, it was a walk-in closet and I had open shelves down one side and open shelves down the other. So a lot of the storage that I had configured at that house was like open storage because I could easily see what was in the bins and I just simply had more storage space. So I had more open storage like this where I would have, you know, notepads that were organized by month and things like that. But this house, this is more, it's plenty of storage space for what I need because, you know, I've put some stuff in other closets in the house, but this is more closed off. So if, you know, I have something long and it goes towards the back, it's not quite of as apparent as what's to the back. So and especially once this shelf's full, then it's hard to see what's on that one. So I really have to kind of keep in mind that as I'm reorganizing things. And I think that's why this is going to work really well, because I can easily slide things out and know what I have. Instead of, for instance, you know, if I had certain kinds of specialty printer papers stowed back in here and they were hard to see, like business card, printing paper, or address labels, I might forget that I have them and I just end up going to buy some more. Well, if it's open and I can see, so if I put all my printer paper, printer label type stuff on the bottom of this, then I know that's where it is and it's not in multiple places. So it's really kind of condensing things down, and there's a lot of this that won't even go back in, but I do think that it will be helpful to hopefully have that idea. And if I could even find something that I could pull out, you know, that would fit on these shelves. It's a little bit awkward because this is a support beam, so it makes it to where like the shelf actually extends past. But if I could figure out something that I could pull out, then I could actually make all that space useful, or something like the idea of a Lazy Susan if I had objects that could work on there. So for instance, like some of this craft supplies, if I could get to it without causing an avalanche, some of this craft supplies like this paint and stuff I could put on a Lazy Susan. So something like that might be an idea for things like that. So I have bins in here that had things that were all kind of tossed together when we moved. This just has odds and ends of leftover postcards and note cards in here that were kind of conglomerated when we moved. And then it's also got things that were in my closet at the time we moved. These are American Girl items, and I believe they're all from the hut that we have upstairs, all the accessories. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in this little bin so the kids can take these up to their playroom and get those separated out. So there's just little odds and ends like this kind of mixed into some of these that I can get out of here, and that'll make what I need to store less than. So I have a few of these handbag organizers that I have some extra bags up there on the top, but I'm actually going to use the two that I have extra in our front coat closet. So in this closet over here, we keep a lot of extra backpacks, different cinch sacks, and things like that, along with coats. So I'm going to rearrange the top of this so that way we can put these two organizers up there. One for backpacks and then one for the larger Disney reusable sacks that I had in that big kind of almost laundry bag. And that should get this top part more organized and also take care of some of the extra things I had hanging out in my office closet too. This should keep these all more organized. I have the different backpacks that the kids have used through various years, and these are extra ones. And these are, a number of these were in that large kind of laundry basket that I had in my closet, so I just moved them over here to this closet so they're easy to kind of grab out of here in a grab and go area. So these should be more organized up here at the top of the closet. And that really helps out in this closet, and it helps me out in my office closet as well, because it gets those extra organizers out of there and then makes this closet a little bit easier to use. Everything in here pretty much still fits, or it does still fit, so I don't have a lot of cleaning out to do necessarily in this closet, but it definitely helps keep the top more organized. I'm actually making pretty good progress, although it doesn't exactly look like it. There's the dog. Trying to figure out what I'm doing. So I was able to empty out this whole box that had DVDs and stuff. I put that in our TV cabinet, and there's still plenty of room in there. I'm going to reorganize this. I actually have a ton of postcards that I've gotten on different trips, and actually some of these are very old that I got, you know, just like years and years ago. Like literally the shuttle was still running. They're so old. So I'm going to try to put all my postcards in the same place and organize different note cards and things like that in here. And then I've condensed most of my pictures down into this box. There's a fun picture of Natalie. There's me after a dance thing. And there is me in high school. Anyhow, there's a lot of different time periods in here all kind of mixed together. I also have a couple CDs that I used to use in my dance studio. So I am getting it condensed a little bit by little bit. I might actually have most of it done today. What I said in one of my other videos about flamingos, this is from Bronner's in Frankenmuth, Michigan, and I actually got this probably over a decade ago, and it is a flamingo ornament. Oh, and apparently penguins set up residence underneath my desk. Here's a throwback for you. Photo Pass book from when they still sent you CDs and DVDs. There's a little family picture. Teeny tiny little football, Natalie. That's what we call that one. I've actually almost got it done. I think I'm going to get it almost done today, if not done. And then I can just move on to other projects. But I did want to share in today's vlog that my card organization system. So I shared this in a live, I think, but I don't think I ever shared it in a vlog. And someone was asking about this because I showed some of the extra cards that I had on hand. And so I wanted to share these, and I don't think that I did. I did in a live video, but I don't think that I did in a vlog. So let me share how I organize my card system. And disclaimer, this card box is really, really old. I've had this since we were first married. So this card box is about 15 years old. You can see all of my debris in the background, but it's really almost there. But I wanted to share this card box, and I truly have had this for a really long time. And as I've been finding odds and ends of cards, I've been sticking them back in here so that they're all in one place. So it's got this nifty little drawer down here, and I put little card pieces that I make cards out of. And this is from Hallmark. I don't know if they have anything similar right now. Like I said, this is pretty old. In fact, the calendars that are on the insides here are from like 2005, 2006 time frame. But I really love this card system. So I keep all of the blank note cards that are just for like writing little notes. Don't have any writing on them on the interior. And I went through a card making phase, so I have some blanks that you kind of make on your own in here. Some cat cards, some ones that I've picked up from the dollar spot recently. And I keep all those in the front. Then once it goes through, it has different sections that are divided. So there's a section for birthday, there's a section for get well and sympathy cards, there's a section for thank you and congratulations, there's a section for just thinking of you cards, and then wedding and anniversary. And then you can even, it has an organization system back here for by month. If you wanted to put specific birthdays on here, so say you knew you always had a birthday every January or whatnot, you could divide them up that way. I haven't really typically used it that way, although I do have a Thanksgiving card in there. But this front part, I have used this for years, and this is how I keep extra cards stowed away, and it's really, really works. So I don't know if there's anything similar. I'll try to look on Amazon. If I find something, I'll try to remember to link it down below. But this has really worked. So it's just card size, and I went through a card making phase, so I like that it had this pull-out drawer that I could put extra card making supplies in there, but that's really not a necessity. But I like keeping these extra cards on hand, and I, you know, interest of full disclosure, I had just over the past year kind of picked up some here and there. I really like getting cards at, well, a bunch of these are from the dollar spot. Here's one, I think. Yeah. I really like getting cards at Home Goods. And so I usually try to look there. And if I find some that I like, I'll pick them up. Like I think I picked up this one, and this one I would use for Isabella's birthday. This is from Home Goods. And then I just kind of stash them away. And sometimes I have certain people in mind, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just pick up extra, you know, birthday cards, especially for the kids going to birthday parties and that sort of thing. So they have cards on hand, and then I'm not scrambling to find a card. So instead of going through the motions of, you know, putting the cards in here and making sure that they're organized, I was kind of just stashing them down inside of one of those bins. Well, then obviously I was forgetting that I had cards, and so I would go to this box to get my cards out and go, well, I thought I had birthday cards. Where did they all go? So this has been a really helpful closet clean out, and things like this have been kind of some of the residual that it's helped clean out and help me get things back organized together. So this is how I am going to leave it for tonight. I was able to get quite a bit cleaned out, and I was able to get it to where this rolling rack would go in there. I got a number of bins out of there that are empty now that I'm not going to use, and I also pulled out some stuff to send a donation and also repurposed some things to other areas. So all in all, I made some space. Still got a little bit of cleaning left to do, especially up there. I need to organize a little bit more. But this was a great start because I can at least get this rolling cart in, and I also cleared up some space by emptying some bins. So I'm going to leave it like this for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with some more day in the life and other videos coming up later this week. And hope you're having a great day. I will see you soon.